To succeed, you gotta do your best. But to win, you gotta be the best. Go, give me the goal. I want the goal. The goal is to be in first place on my kids, yeah. All I know is double time.
What up? It's me, Prez, back at you with another Real Ninjas reaction. All right. So we got a video here today. Just bit my fucking tongue. God damn. It's a little bit more, it's a little different than what I normally react to. God, bit my tongue. Normally I react to real stuff like body cams, doorbell, ring cams, surveillance videos, stuff like that, real stuff. But I was stumbling across some titles, and as an 80s baby growing up in the 90s, I saw this title. It said 10 failed cartoons of 1991, and it's brought to you by The Review. That's the name of the YouTube channel that this video is on. And this channel's description, if you go to their page on YouTube, it says The Review is a one-stop all things entertainment channel. We feature movie reviews, celebrity biographies, entertainment top 10s lists, and more. They don't got a period or a comma in any of those things. They only got 6,000 subscribers, 6,700 subscribers, 59 videos. So this is a small channel that I would like to bring some light to. And that's me bringing some light to it. Never having checked out any of their content yet. Just I saw this for a channel with only 6,000 subscribers. It got 81,000 views in 2 weeks. I said, let me check it out. It might be a good video. And I grew up in the 90s, so I like to see which cartoons that they're talking about. Maybe I can remember them. So let's get it started. 10 cartoons that failed in 1991. Let's go.
1991 was actually a pretty good year for new cartoons. The birth of Nicktoons kicked off with two iconic series, Doug and Rugrats, along with the premiere of Ren and Stimpy.
Happy, joy, happy, joy.
Ren and Stimpy was this actually scared me one day, and I never could watch them again until I was like a teenager. Okay. Ren and Stimpy had an episode where Ren, he wanted to die. Like this how cartoons was back then. Ren wanted to die, and he just wanted to get it over with. So he bought a nice casket, had a funeral, and was buried alive with Stimpy. And that whole episode just scared me to death. Okay, let's continue.
1991 was also loaded with cartoon one-season wonders, some featuring celebrities and sports stars like MC Hammer.
I fuck with the Hammer Show.
Michael Jordan and Macaulay Culkin. Some were downright horrible and others faced premature cancellation. Welcome to The Review. Today we're taking a look at 10 cartoons that premiered in 1991 that didn't get a second season. Let us know in the comments below if you remember watching any of these. Number 10, James Bond Jr.
James Bond Jr. That was a one that had to be 2 seasons. I used to wake up in the morning just to watch James Bond Jr. Stop playing with me.
James Bond! James Bond Jr.
No thanks. Ah, yes. Mr. Bond. James Bond. Jr.
James Bond Jr. was released on
He looked like the white dude off of Captain Planet. It was great.
September 30th, 1991. It ran for 65 episodes before ending in December of 1992. It is the only television series ever produced based on the Bond franchise.
Wow.
The series follows the adventures of James Bond's nephew, James Bond Jr., while he attends prep school, along with his friends IQ, the grandson of Q, and Gordo, who's the son of Felix. They battle with the terrorist group Scum, saboteurs and criminals united in mayhem. James Bond Jr. merchandise included 9 toy figures, a board game, 3 die-cast toy vehicles, 2 video games based on the series for the NES and the Super NES, and had a limited 12-issue run with Marvel Comics, spanning from January 1992 to December 1992. It was a bit odd, though, that James Bond Jr. was the nephew and not the son of James Bond. The cartoon was actually pretty popular and was a decent attempt at making the world of James Bond appeal to the young audience. Number 9, Where's Waldo?
Oh, where's Waldo?
Look, man, the only way I even fucked with James Bond is because of James Bond Jr. Come on now. Yeah, that was weird. I didn't know that. I always thought it was his son because of Junior. Never heard that was his uncle. Matter of fact, he did you say Uncle James. Wow. So is his brother named James Bond too?
Where's Waldo premiered on September 14th,
I
1991
remember this show.
on CBS. Also known as Where's Wally in the UK. 13 episodes were produced before being canceled. It was a bold choice to base a cartoon on a book that really didn't have much of a plot in the first place. Where's Waldo went beyond the book's original concept, giving the character depth and giving reasons for his adventures. Each episode follows the adventures of Waldo and his dog Wolf as they solve mysteries in distant lands while also battling Oddlaw as he tries to steal the magic stick.
If I could just get me thieving mitts on that magic walking stick.
Waldo, however, was a bit of a doofus and usually solved the mysteries either by accident or with the help of friends. Wizard Whitebeard was voiced by Brad Garrett, who was impersonating Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, hey, time flies when you're having fun, Wally. I mean, Waldo.
Each episode also featured Where's Waldo freeze frames. The series was nominated for a Young Artist Award for Outstanding New Animation Series. Another cartoon named Where's Waldo was released in 2019, but was completely different from the original 91 version. Number 8, Bucky O'Hare in the Toad Wars.
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare! Mutants and aliens and toads beware! You're looking for adventure, well this is it! With Jenny, Deadeye, Blinky, and Willie doing it, Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
Never heard of this one. This had to be. Hey, I was on all the cartoons back when. That's when we didn't have too many platforms outside of TV. You know what I mean? Wasn't no computers, wasn't no apps on your phone, stuff like that. You didn't watch these things on the newspaper or nothing like that. Wasn't nowhere to find. You didn't have no DVD player, no VHS. Cartoons came on Saturday morning, and when they dropped the new ones, you better be on. Okay. Bucky O'Hare. It looks familiar, but I don't remember.
Released on September 8th, 1991, Bucky O'Hare in the Toad Wars was based on the comic book by Larry Hama and Michael Golden. The cartoon was meant to be the next Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles phenomena, with lots of merchandise. The series ran for one season with 13 episodes. Galactic hero Bucky O'Hare and his brave crew battled the evil Toads, bent on conquering the universe. A young boy genius from the human universe joins Bucky's crew.
I remember, maybe I just remember this ducktail. I remember this rabbit too. So let's go.
The cartoon explored more of the universe and followed a loose underlying arc, with Bucky's home planet of Warren being captured by the Toads in the season premiere and rescued in the finale. The show was made with the intention of promoting the new Bucky O'Hare themed toy line, but when plans for that fell through, the series was abruptly canceled. The cartoon was actually pretty good and highly underrated. Bucky O'Hare and the Toad Wars definitely falls into the premature cancellation category. Number 7, Little Shop.
All right, it's time for me to bust a rhyme, so sit back and chill for a while. I'm coming.
Now, I don't remember this cartoon at all, zero. But Little Shop of Horrors was one of my favorite movies. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. I'm hungry. Feed me.
Gotcha, like Toon Style. So get ready for a funny bone overload.
Released on September 7th, 1991 on the Fox Kids Network, Little Shop was loosely based on the 1960 Roger Corman film The Little Shop of Horrors. Corman actually served as a consultant for the show. Self-proclaimed nerd Seymour, an adolescent boy who works in a flower shop, is friends with a talking Venus flytrap named Junior. Junior sprouts from a 200 million year old seed and has the ability to talk and hypnotize people. Episodes focus on the pubescent exploits of the leads, and they frequently feature a moral. They also feature a couple of musical numbers per episode, with the help of a trio of singing flowers, reminiscent of Crystal, Ronette, and Chiffon.
The Singing Flowers. Okay, I do remember this commercial. This had to run more than one season, because I remember it now.
From the musical. A few characters were changed in the cartoon, however. Neighborhood bully Payne Driller replaces the character of Orrin, the dentist, and Audrey, Seymour's love interest, is a bow-wearing brunette who's always thinking about what job she wants when she grows up. The horror elements in previous versions of the story, in which characters are eaten by the plant, are toned down. The cartoon had mixed reviews. Some loved it and others hated it. Little Shop failed to build a loyal audience and was canceled after 13 episodes.
Wow.
And now these messages.
Number 6, Pro
Woo, excuse me, I don't know why I put stop.
Stars.
Michael's time is slam time. Pro stars, show stars. Wayne's hot, slap shot.
Wayne, hold on. Oh my gosh. Wayne Gretzky, Bo Jackson, and was it Michael Jordan? Yeah, had a like they the greats. Okay. I fucked with this show. This is like a crime fighting show with those three in it.
Released on September 14th, 1991 on NBC. 3 of the biggest sports stars of the 90s were featured in the cartoon as superheroes. The show was initially set to air on ESPN as part of a kids' block they were planning on releasing. However, these plans were scrapped and the show was picked up by NBC for Saturday morning. The show centers on Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and Wayne Gretzky fighting crime, helping children, and often protecting the environment as well. These 3 were chosen to represent the pinnacle of all 4 major American sports. In the early 90s, while Jordan and Gretzky were broadly associated with their respective sports, Jackson was included since he could represent both football and baseball, and at the time was a high-profile celebrity. A reference to his bow-nosed Nike ad campaign was worked into almost every episode. None of the stars voiced their characters. They did, however, appear in vignettes, where they would talk about the upcoming episode and answer questions at the end of the episode. Jordan's film bits were almost always one line or two, and not part of the skits before the episode. Most of the live-action parts by the athletes dealt with things such as morality. Pro Stars was canceled after 13 episodes. Number 5, Wish Kid.
Blowing my nose. Just sneeze, blowing my nose. Don't want to put that on the internet. Let's go.
Macaulay Culkin was a hot property in the early 90s, with Home Alone eating up the tickets at the theaters. But as a home TV star, Culkin in Wish Kid did not fare so well, lasting only one short 13-episode season. Nick McClary owned a baseball glove that had been struck by a miniature shooting star, an event that
Anytime you hit it, you got a wish.
enabled it to magically grant wishes if punched 3 times. It was, however, limited to use only once every week, and each wish would expire relatively short after it was cast, often at the most inopportune time. The character was modeled after and voiced by Macaulay Culkin, who would appear in a live-action prologue before the episode. Macaulay's real-life sister Quinn voiced his sister Katie. Even though Macaulay Culkin was hugely popular in 1991, it wasn't enough to keep the series alive and was canceled after airing 13 episodes. A second series was planned for 1993 to air on the Family Channel, but this was later canceled as well. Number 4, Space Cats.
Like I said, it was a long time ago. I was on all the cartoons. They just reminded me of like the 2 cartoons I thought I didn't see. They reminded me of. They reminded me what they were. So let's see if they remind me of this one, Space Cats.
Released September 14th, 1991 on NBC, created by puppeteer Paul Fusco, who's most known for the TV show Alf. Fusco also voiced Captain Catgut. The Space Cats come from a planet called Triglyceride 7, ruled by a being named Dork, which stands for Disembodied, Omnipotent Ruler of Cats. The Space Cats station themselves on Earth in an underground base with a garbage can as its only access. A live-action segment is shown where various Space Cats are seen on duty. The animated segment is then shown where Captain Catgut sends the team of Tom, Scratch, and Sniff out to work. At the end of each episode, the group gives the viewers a moral, then wrap up the episode vocalizing the charge music and shouting out
Nope, I don't remember this one.
their team name. The art style is a bit inconsistent throughout each episode, either being a little bit different to very noticeably different. This can be quite distracting for viewers, especially ones who tend to notice even the littlest of details. In 1992, Space Cats was nominated for a Young Artist Award for Outstanding New Animation Series. NBC released a comic collection featuring several of their cartoons, one of which was Space Cats. Even though the cartoon was fairly popular, it was canceled after 13 episodes.
After these messages,
We'll be right back.
Number 3, Yo Yogi.
This wasn't a good show? I fuck with Yo Yogi.
Then you ever reach bail?
If you want to outsmart a picnic table, you gotta outthink it.
Don't strain yourself, hon.
Yo Yogi premiered September 14th on NBC. 13 episodes were produced
Yogi.
before being canceled. This cartoon was the perfect example of don't mess with a good thing. It would probably be easier to list the similarities rather than the differences to the classic. The show features Yogi Bear and other popular Hanna-Barbera characters, depicted as teenage crime fighters. The team includes Yogi's friend Boo Boo Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Snagglepuss, and Yogi's girlfriend Cindy Bear. The gang all hang out at Jellystone Mall and work for LAF, short for Lost and Found, where they act as detectives trying to solve mysteries under the supervision of the mall security guard, Officer Smith. Everything about it just felt wrong. Kellogg's offered 3D glasses and Rice Krispie boxes, and some segments of the show were shown in 3D. At the beginning of these 3D sequences, Yogi would spin his hat as a cue to viewers to don their 3D glasses. On March 6, 1992, in response to the success of the Saturday morning live-action teen sitcom Saved by the Bell, NBC canceled its entire Saturday morning block of cartoons and replaced the cartoons with a new block of live-action shows targeting teenagers. Number 2, Little Dracula.
Imagine that. So come on in, it's taking you. It's fun, you can sing your tapped into.
Little Dracula premiered
Don't remember this one at all. Zero.
September 3rd on Fox Kids, based on the British children's book of the same name. Little Dracula is a green-skinned child vampire who aspires to be like his father, Big Dracula, yet also enjoys rock and roll and surfing. 13 episodes were produced, but only 6 aired during its first run. However, in 1999, Fox Family reran Little Dracula, including 4 episodes that didn't air during the original run. The year Little Dracula debuted on Fox Kids, an action figure collection based on the characters hit store shelves, produced by Bandai. They each feature multiple points of articulation, several accessories, and a unique action feature. Igor's brain pops out when his arm is lifted. Vehicles of Little Dracula included the Coffin Car, Dragster, Easy Biter motorcycle, and Garlic Mobile. Little Dracula was canceled, and Beetlejuice took its time slot. Number 1, Hammerman.
Hammer! Whenever there's a crime, some crooks are gonna do time. They all better beware, cause the Hammerman will be there.
MC Hammer was the greatest rapper ever. You know what I mean? I ain't going off of talent, but he was very talented. He rapped and he danced. That should be definitely included. If you can rap and dance to your own rap songs also. And his least selling album was 10 million. The album that failed was 10 million record sales. Okay. That's more than most people get on their best albums. Okay. And not even more people. Majority of artists don't even get 10 million. Like, definitely ain't no new artists out. Your favorite rapper that's just came out the last 2 years probably ain't had 10 million sales. This is back in the 90s.
Probably the most bizarre cartoon released in 1991, Hammerman premiered September 7th on ABC. MC Hammer was insanely popular in 1991, so why not give him his own cartoon? Youth Center worker Stanley Burrell, which is Hammer's real name, owns a pair of magical dancing shoes that are alive and can speak. When worn, Burrell transformed into the superhero Hammerman. He frequently gets advice from his Gramps, who was a former owner of the shoes and was known as Soul Man. While in the guise of Hammerman, Burrell was dressed in MC Hammer's signature hammer pants and a myriad of golden chains. Hammerman faced various social issues at the end of each episode. MC Hammer would speak to the audience and provide methods to address these issues themselves. They really should have made the giant genie hammer pants magical rather than a pair of old shoes. Entertainment Weekly journalist Dalton Ross listed Hammerman at the top of his list, top 5 ridiculous things to be turned into Saturday morning cartoons. Described the show as idiotic. According to the MC Hammer episode of Behind the Music in 1997, this cartoon was considered the final straw for critics who accused Hammer of selling out. Well, there you have it. 10.
Damn. Number one, I'm going to say Hammerman cartoon wasn't that bad as a child. I liked it. Just how they described it. Listen what he said. A nigga in the hood had a pair of special shoes that talked, that helped him fight crime. And at the end of the show, he addressed social issues. Because they said he sold out. Yes, anybody who in the industry sold out, Everybody. I can't represent the hood no more because I'm not hood no more. You're going to sell out. You know what I'm saying? Now, was he against black people and stuff like that? He wasn't doing that type of sellout. They wanted this man to still be a thug from the streets of Oaktown. Oaktown. Come on, man. Hammer was the best. Listen, man. It was a good, like, they said that's the most ridiculous. The concept sounds great. The concept sounds great, okay? Nigga in the hood, special shoes, gave him powers. He used music, you know what I mean? Shit, instead of guns and violence and stuff, he used to dance on them. Crazy. They didn't like Hammer anyway. Hammer was doing, I just told you. He sold his worst album sold 10 million albums. His worst album sold 10 million, had 10 million album sales. His best had like 30 million. I want maybe 50 million, something like that. I don't know. MC Hammer songs are still getting played today. I don't care how broke you think MC Hammer is. No, he's not. He owned all his shit also. Okay, so MC Hammer was just the next this is what that band catalog. He was the first. Y'all didn't know. Like he was the first Michael Jackson. You know how they got rid of him for his catalog. That's what happened. MC Hammer just survived. Okay, but that's a conspiracy theory. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Why don't you do me a favor? Give me a like and subscribe. Go ahead. I appreciate it. Like, I like videos of channels that do a little commentary on it too, because as a content creator, if you check out my other platforms and my other content, you'll see that talking, anybody can share a video that they found on the internet, you know what I mean? But now putting some words to it, breaking it down, you should go to the review. They need your, I'm pressing subscribe right now. Boom, subscribed. All right. And I urge you to do the same on my channel and this. Okay, so y'all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. These are my original songs at the beginning and the end of this track. Holla at your boy.
To succeed, you gotta do your best. But to win, you gotta be the best. Go. Give me the gold. I want the gold. The gold is to be in first place on my